If I sit real quiet, I can hear the beat calling me back. Like a restless heart beating to a beat that don't stop. It keeps going and going and going and... I'm watching 6 kids standing around a play structure that just stopped shooting out the water they were playing with. My nephew, Sean, stands among the cluster of kids trying to summon the water back. Someday they're gonna tell him he has attention deficit, a disorder 1 in 4 men are infected with, the band-aid on a mystery we wish to decomplicate, then medicate to accommodate the commonness of why he can't concentrate. I have ADD and ADHD and ABCD. Hey, am I disabled? Because I'm not able to be stable sitting at the labeled table. That rhymed. I wasn't like the other kids in my class at all. Doctor's saying something's wrong with them. Give them Adderall. Like a concert in a library, I am a magnet for wide-eyed looks. People will not always tell you when your different is showing, but their eyes will. I'm in a perpetual state of barely getting by and trying to catch up. Ironic how someone so full speed ahead can be so easily left behind. Impulsive, forgetful, hyper, off task. All descriptors applied to me long before I was kicked out of daycare for loudly singing myself to sleep during nap time. The remedy? A prescription for Adderall. Yet similar labels were attached to Kurt Cobain, will.i.am, Justin Timberlake, Logic, and Mozart. And look, I am no Mozart, but the connection between artistry, music, and ADHD is undeniable. So this is a love letter to my disorder, ADHD, and a poetic plea not to think of it as something to beat out of me, but instead as the beat that drives me. Featuring the poems ADD by Raphael Casal, Disorder by Chris Noose, ADHD by Angela Aguirre and Damon Hogan, Slingshot Baby by Rune, and Weirdo by Chris Webby. Pay attention! A program. Slingshot babies got their mind on the curve, roller coaster thinking, scared of what they might deserve. A full ride to Flunk Street. Now here's my nephew. Homework in one hand, and a serious addiction to Legos in the other. In this corner, an unbelievably blank, white, unanswered page of questions he could not be less engaged in. And in this corner, a 4-foot-long replica of the Star Wars Millennium Falcon creatively constructed using pieces from 4 separate Lego sets with a working loading gear and retractable landing bay. Clearly, the issue ain't paying attention. He'd just rather be playing invention. Shh, I can't sit still, but who could? When I get all this music playing in my body, all these hums and harmonies, all this anxiety stretching a mixer in my mind, on repeat, on repeat, on repeat. Knees hopping, teeth grinding, fast lane, no seatbelt. Mom says slow down. Can't chill where the heat melts. But when one lane is closing and your enemy is time, it's best to just cruise on and bust out a rhyme. My life, the 4th of July. Upon arrival, I light up the sky, bright, loud, and temporary. A beautiful explosion for only a moment. but I have always wished I were more fireplace than firework. And I don't ever want Sean to look up from his book and wonder why everyone else is on page 15 when he's on page 2. Because he's been off somewhere dreaming of fighting dinosaurs, making Lego robots, and drawing pictures of Spider-Man until his fingers hurt but had to snap out of his daydream just to satisfy you. I have a love-hate relationship with a pill bottle. 60 milligrams of Adderall a day. When I don't take it, they say I'm useless. But when I do, I'm less myself. I guess that's a good thing. 1 in 4 boys taking medicine every morning. Pills filled with the daily routine of not eating, not sleeping, not talking, silencing my mind. But my mind is telling me no. My mind is telling me. So as I investigate your motives for why you tried to medicate him, I beg to question. Let's do the equation. $23.99 for a month of pills, which is 10 milligrams. 100 bottles equals 1 gram of Ritalin. That's 100 bottles times the price of 1 bottle at $23.99. That's roughly 2,400 per gram of Ritalin. Take that. See, 1 kilo equals 1,000 grams. So that's 1,000 times 2,400 equals 2.4 million per kilo of Ritalin. Times the 17,618 kilos brought in and sold in a pharmaceutical business year. That means they have a $42,283,200,000 industry. It's brilliant. Tell kids they're inferior, then have them buy back their efficiency. On Adderall, people say they see the difference. That I am more pleasant and agreeable. Sometimes I feel like I'm medicated to make everyone else's life easier. Remix! There's a house party happening on my hypothalamus. Right now my chest is holding a DJ hostage, telling him to beat until these demons find the nearest exit. Shh. Let's silence in for the first time. Don't tell Sean he learns wrong. If minds didn't wander, we wouldn't have a Gandhi. No black power fists shaking at a crumbling divide. No Vietnam soldiers on their way home. Hell, hip-hop came from kids who couldn't seem to pay attention. I don't give a damn what people say about me, 'cause they still will follow everywhere that I'll be. Yeah, I can use my ADHD. I write poetry. Poetry, baby! Courtesy of disorders, courtesy of statistics, compliments of months alone, sitting in my room thinking of ways to be normal. I write poetry. Sean, much shorter and younger than his peers, scans the playground, walks across the sand, and presses a button on the red post. The spout restarts and shoots water into the palms of eager youngsters. Right then, he could have been Rizal, Monet, Marx, Malcolm, Neruda, the one to walk outside the box and do something powerful. They are afraid of you, Sean. Because you beg to question. Because boys like you grow into men worth a mention. Build a world with your blocks. Draw in any direction. And if they ever tell you you can't focus, good. Pay them no attention.